Hello.
Slider instead.
Did I start that? We're gonna go ahead and start the December 15th planning board meeting. Chair Stevenson is just a few minutes out, but we have a quorum present. And Mike Sutherland is gonna join us via Zoom. First order of business is to approve the minutes of December 1st. And so I can take any changes you guys have.
I like the title of when there's questions of what they're called, the Jules thing.
Just call it all of it.
You got every permutation, it seems like.
It does. Jewel didn't hear us say.
Oh, Jules spelled wrong.
I did miss one. Yeah, I got a E I'm missing in there.
Gotta buy a vowel.
I do. I do.
Line 24, is it Amanda? With an A, Amanda?
I think it is, yes, Amanda. Try to keep her happy.
Line 26, are these lot numbers, should it be 224 to 25, or is that
Uh,
224 to 226?
yeah, it's Matt 220, 254, 25, and 254, 26, I think, but I can check it. They're side by side, so I think, but yes, it's map and lot numbers. And I can also put the street address in, that always helps. Or as we call it, the Red Schoolhouse.
Wild complex, line 31, wild complex and needing instead of needed.
On 30, says the Harris property will end up on with a residence.
With a residence.
When were you saying you got sick?
Stop. As amended. Will have a residence in 3.62 acres.
Okay, maybe it's because I wasn't at the meeting that I don't get this, 35 of the 36. Member Wood noted that if not amended, a recent change to RSA 674 might make it difficult for the shop access via a right of way to get building permits.
Right. Yeah.
Translate.
674, which hasn't changed as it turns out. It's the same as it's been for decades. The town interprets that, it has for years, that a road frontage and a right of way on the same road, not necessarily in the same place, meets the standard. It sounds like at a recent municipal association conference on some of the changes, or seminar on some of the changes to things like 674 and Class 6 roads, the municipal association takes a different view, but the town has consistently viewed we've issued permits all over the place, as long as you have frontage and access on the same road. So there's no change in the law as it turns out. It's just somebody from NHMA saying, I don't know that, I don't think that qualifies. And we say, we think it does.
Okay.
And have done it for a long time, as it turns out. I mean, what you get is, somebody has frontage, well, this is one of those, right? The lot has frontage on 12A, but it's not effective frontage. It's a big hole. So they share the driveway that serves the other house. They have access and frontage on the same road. We think that's okay. Or at least the zoning administrator thinks it's okay, doesn't mean everybody else does. And that opinion was developed with Barry some years ago, so it wasn't just something we did on our own.
Oh, Mike's here.
I saw that, yeah, he's popped in. I don't know how he got in, but there he is.
Here I are.
Hi, Mike, are you our acting chair for now to pass these minutes?
I have no idea. I certainly can be if I need to be, I guess. I'm not sure how that works.
Yeah, I think it's okay, Mike. We have a quorum here. You generally fill in when Jane's away. Jane is here, so you're off the hook.
There you
Jane,
go.
just those approve the December 1st minutes as amended.
Your timing is
Sit over there.
excellent.
Yeah, I also saw some spelling errors, that's all.
Yeah, and we fixed a bunch of
We
those
just picked it apart.
Why you guys saying?
because Helen is not feeling well and
Oh.
we want to keep some distance. But we want to get this work done
I
so
actually heard that.
we can move on.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm putting some distance between me and him.
Right.
Yeah, okay,
So we've amended them. We just need a motion to approve.
make a motion. Minutes is amended,
Second.
all those in favor? Aye.
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 Okay, so I'm gonna Franklin subdivision file is right there. And I think you'll find, I tried not to slobber all over the buck. You'll find the motion for completeness and all of that normal stuff is right there too. Mike, can you see the share?
Yes, I can. I've also got it up on a separate screen here at home.
Okay, the planning board will hold a public hearing on Monday, December 15th, 2025 at the Meriden Town Hall, 7 p.m. on the following application, Franklin Family Subdivision. The application calls for the subdivision of tax map 203 lot 1 into 2 parcels. Lot 1 to include 11.75 acres in the existing home at 330 Route 12A. Lot 2 will be 3.51 acres of undeveloped land. Both lots front on Route 12A. Neither parcel is served by public water or sewer. The property is zoned rural residential. A common driveway that is existing for both lots is proposed.
And we have in the file the state approval for subdivision and the DOT driveway permit.
Okay, okay. Paul, do you guys want to just explain I mean, it's pretty obvious, I think, with everyone, but just.
Maybe just a little bit of background. When we bought the property in 1981, it included about 60 acres, somewhere in that range. And we immediately subdivided and sold 15 acres to the Berwicks, which is this parcel you're looking at here.
Uh-huh.
And then we sold, I think it was nearly 15 to the Sprague's Edgewater Farm. And we retained 29.2. So what's before you today, and just to fill in the history a little bit, subsequent after the Berwick fire, we bought back this 15-acre parcel. And the 29-acre parcel has a conservation restriction held by the state of New Hampshire. This parcel was not part of that. And this is the parcel that our daughter Amy built a house on about 10 years ago, which you can see there. And so our proposal here tonight is to take that 15 acres and subdivide it so that Nancy and I can have a 3.5 acre roughly parcel to build I guess you call it a retirement, old folks home.
Mhm.
And we're hoping that within the next 12 to plus months, transfer the 29-acre Riverview Farm to a family member. And so we have a place to live there, we'll occupy the farm, hopefully carry it on in similar fashion.
Right.
That in a nutshell is what we're doing. I think as many people are aware that when Amy built her house there, the driveway permit that she got was over an existing agricultural permit that we had obtained from the state to access these fields, or manure or other additives to the soil. And so she got a permit for that driveway, and that, because if you head north along this property, I think it's 1,200-1,500 feet, something of that magnitude. The ravine, the little stream there, the ravine gets very deep, and the line of sight on that broad sweeping corner is such that this is really the only safe and practical access to this 15 acres. And thus, that's why we asked and obtained from the state a shared driveway permit. And this survey indicates, and the deed that will transpire from this survey, if approved, will reflect the excuse me, the easement needed on, call it Amy's lot, to the benefit of our lot.
Okay,
That's kind of the history of why we're here today.
okay. And the rectangular with the hatch marks on it is the location for the new building, new house.
No,
No?
the house will probably be just to the right of that. That was the area that we, to get the state subdivision permit, we had to do a perk test.
Yeah.
And that,
Oh,
see the
okay.
perk test symbol there, and that area is what the surveyor put on there is the area that they believe would be suitable for the leach field. And that's what
Oh, okay,
kind
okay.
of leach field would be, house would be. It's a slight knoll right where that hash area is. And so the house will sit on the knoll, and there'll be some downgrading of a few feet, so there'll be a gravity system down, pretty much a traditional
Okay,
septic system.
So the shared driveway is going to come in and go past Amy's house to yours?
Yep.
yeah, right. Okay. Anyone have any questions?
Jane, I don't
Yeah.
have any questions about the subdivision itself. I have two questions about the document that we have. One of those is that at the bottom of the page, it indicates Bard Industries. Is that still the case, or has that property been sold?
No, that's accurate.
Okay. And the second question, there is a statement at the bottom left, generally including the subdivision regulations and so forth. We generally require a specific statement about the subdivision of a property so that it can only be subdivided again if you go through the full process. And my question is that statement that's there adequate, or do we need to ask that the regular statement that I think is in our regulations be added?
So at this, okay. But this is only a one lot.
Right, in theory, you couldn't subdivide it again for a period of
Right,
about 10 years. The reality is we allow it all the time. Just, you couldn't subdivide it as a minor subdivision for a period of 10 years.
right,
But we allow it, I mean, I think we could certainly have the minutes reflect that.
okay. But I mean, Nancy and Paul's lot would not be able to be further subdivided anyway,
Right.
because of the size.
Right, and I think it's unlikely Nancy's would ever, or Amy's would ever be subdivided.
Right, but yeah, so this particular lot that's being created could not be further subdivided anyway.
Yes, it could.
Why?
3.5 acres.
Yeah,
It's
the,
in the
She's got
rule.
11. She's got 11. She's got 11 3/4 acres left, so she could subdivide it theoretically.
yeah,
Oh, Amy could, but the new lot that's being created could not be further subdivided.
Oh,
Amy
correct.
hypothetically for subdivide again
Well,
her
that's the
property.
right. That's the purpose of the statement, to tell her that she can't subdivide it again without.
Without going through a major subdivision.
Right.
Or getting,
But isn't there an issue that you'd have 3 residents served by a single driveway?
That would be another issue, yeah.
Okay.
I
I'm
think
willing, you know, we can
notes in
reflect it all on the minutes. It'll just be a little different than what we normally do.
As far as one of the owners, I have no problem with anything that the planning board wants to put either in the minutes or handwritten on the plan.
Yeah, we wouldn't handwrite it on the plan, but we could, I mean, we could ask Patton to add another sentence on the plan, but,
where I think Paul has his Mylar and would like to move forward.
sure.
Can we just make it a condition of the approval?
Yes,
Of the permit? I'm gonna say it,
Well-
and, we've put conditions on approvals before, right? Can we do it that way rather than having it just be sitting in the minutes? Does that make,
Well, that's where it'll live, though, it'll be in minutes.
either way. it would be-
either way,
Mhm.
okay.
But it can be now.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, the board noted section blank of the subdivision regs, that the property is not available for subdivision
Right,
as a minor law. You know,
okay,
without a waiver, in reality, is we grant the waiver usually.
right.
As far as conditions, can I add one thing I meant to mention earlier? The DOT driveway permit is conditional upon removing about 5 trees just about up to the edge of what's showing on the map, just to improve the line of sight. And I've
Okay,
been in touch with one and possibly 2 tree companies to have that happen, either,
okay,
probably not this winter, next spring,
right,
possibly something. Just want you to know that the driveway permit from DOT was conditioned upon that, and we obviously intend,
okay,
just haven't done it yet.
okay.
Didn't want to spend that money until we got it set up.
Right. Well, we can include that in the minutes also. All right, why don't we go through the completeness review? Given that the Franklin subdivision consisting of 1 lot access from Route 12A qualifies as a minor land division under section 2.34 of the Plainfield subdivision regulations, I move that the planning board waive for this application the following items. Topography, soil hydrology, traffic study, soils, sewage disposal, water supply, surface runoff, grading, drainage, solid waste, open space, police, fire, safety, existing and planned land use, impact of subdivision, construction plans, and performance and maintenance security. I would move that the Franklin subdivision be accepted as complete. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those, so the application is complete. Any further discussion? Okay. All right, well, I'll make a motion that the application be approved. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. So do you want some signatures? Do you have?
Yeah, I have the Mylar, and he said 4 copies.
4 copies for us, I don't know if you want one or.
Don't let me forget, I have 4 copies
From
in my
Jewel,
car.
yeah. From
This
Jewel.
was racing in here, so I forgot they were in the back
Yeah.
seat.
Mentioned 2 checks for the registry.
Right, 25 and 26, yeah. Yep.
You need this? Or can you take it out?
Leave it if you can, it might make sending it down. Sometimes we have a showing for those things that end up using overtime.
You need the Mylar?
Pardon?
You need the Mylar?
I need all of them.
Need all of them.
Yeah. It's mine.
Yeah.
There we go.
No, I don't think so. This pen is not the right pen.
You want a Sharpie?
Well, if we let it just dry for a couple of minutes, Paul, I think it'll be okay. It won't smooth. Give it a couple. I'm taking a couple of things in. All right, so we keep 4.
We keep 4 for, 2 for the fire, 1 for assessing, and
3,
1 for Mary.
4.
Yep.
So that means we only have 1.
Did it fall
I'll
on?
have some at home. Well, Melissa.
Okay, all right. So you
You want to sign one?
All I thought was intended to be here, unless you have an extra.
you have an extra one. You might have to take that one. You want me to fold these up? Okay. All right, so here, you can take this, Paul, it's probably okay now.
No, we keep that.
Oh, you keep it.
We mail this
Oh,
down.
that's right, okay,
Right. The jewel thing was unusual. Yes.
okay. All right, I think we're good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Very holidays. Yeah.
I need this little stuff.
Oh, sure. Thank you, Paul.
All right, thanks.
David, how'd the Conservation Commission like the NRI draft?
We can't hear you, David.
You're muted.
No, it wasn't the toothpick.
You're still muted.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to make the old space bar thing doesn't work anymore, I guess.
Oh,
So yeah, that was my go-to unmuting method.
Oh.
Well, I don't know that have we seen it? I'm not the most focused person on my duties here.
Well, it's posted on your website and I thought you guys talked about
Oh,
it.
the new yeah, I think it probably requires a little bit of fine tuning.
okay. I thought it looked pretty good, but
What's the cost of that, Dave? I remember we wrote at least one of the checks. How much is the contract for?
Like $14,000 or something. Again, I'm the slacker on the Conservation Commission these days.
Yeah, and my check was a little short back in the day.
Right.
Dave, the only thing I saw on it, and you probably have seen it too, and it's just a question, it refers to French's Ledges as KUA's French's Ledges. And I don't know if that's KUA property or not, but I didn't think it was.
That's good. Yeah, I think it's likely KUA's property,
The top is, yes.
but whether or not it should be called KUA's French's Ledges, that's not very traditional. I wouldn't think.
All right,
I think
that was the one thing caught my attention. I haven't studied it for sure.
That's good. I will make a note of that. We are making notes. And if I wasn't such a slacker, I would have a list already started, but I just jotted that down. Thanks, Mike.
Okay.
I also had an issue with, I have a Mac, and as I was reading it on the Mac, some of the graphs, the right-hand side of the graphs were off. I couldn't see them the way it was formatted. It just, not too much, just like 2 or 3 words on the end of the maps and the other things. It was
So the maps were cut off on the right
On
hand
the
side.
right-hand side, yeah, just a couple of words, not a lot, but enough to. Let's see what it looks like on Steve's. Yeah, keep scrolling down, that, I mean,
Oh, we did it. I don't know, 60. Oh,
Nice phone.
yeah, but yeah,
I thought there were some good maps.
yeah. So with my Mac, the column on the right,
This one, yeah.
the last couple of words are cut off. So it may be just because I'm a Mac user, but I opened it with preview and that's what happened too, so. But I mean,
I don't think Mac users should be punished that way.
okay, well, I'm just saying that that may,
We want that to work for everybody. Thank you.
right, yeah, yeah. But I thought the maps looked really were good and were clear. Although when I was trying to blow it up, you know.
Yeah, it's too bad they didn't make them 11 by 17. Because it's just a landscape letter page, and then the map is even smaller than the page, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, Jane, one thing that we're going to have to talk about at some point is that I think the Conservation Commission ultimately will ask us to include the NRI into the master plan rather than as a separate document. And that actually makes perfect sense to me, but we've not done that in the past, and so we'll have to deal with that.
yeah, or as an appendix,
Yeah, it could be an appendix to it.
right. No, I think there's a lot of information in there, and I think some of it's new to us. I mean, stuff that I haven't seen before.
And information that is certainly relevant to planning for the,
Right, see,
Yeah.
are you facing an issue, Steve, that the right-hand side?
Oh, well, I've gone up to 110%. I was up 60 before.
Well, why don't you, okay,
Oh, like this.
Jane, were you zoomed in beyond 100%?
no,
Yeah.
no. I did zoom in a couple of times, and maybe that went through it, but even zooming it in, I couldn't get really in. You know, I mean, I was not getting,
I'm gonna just guess, most of the pages are portrait, and I bet you your scaling or the way it was masking it, or whatever the right term is, when it got to the maps, because they're landscape, it just was chopping it off, but it wasn't physically, like, the information's there. It's just-
oh, yeah, no, I know the information's there, I
You
couldn't.
you just would have to reset the limits of your, like, zoom.
Okay. All right,
Because based on just those thumbnails, I mean, I think it's all.
Yeah, the aspect ratio.
Yeah, I mean, the guys got a lot of stuff in here.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of new stuff,
So we would link to this through the natural resources chapter.
mhm.
Oh, no, you didn't. Hey, that cool, I didn't know.
There was one map that I thought was interesting, of course, I'm always looking at my own neighborhood. There was one map where they identified like 8 particular places that they thought had high, what is that, see,
Wildlife corridors?
no, areas that should be,
Agricultural resources,
no, keep going,
forest resources?
no,
I think it appears earlier, the high conservation values were,
high conservation value, and then it had a bunch of numbers on it. I didn't see
Yeah.
any,
I think
I
those
didn't-
were, I think those were just identifiers. They weren't indicative of anything that, you know, of relative value between them. I think when we had
right,
we had a public hearing and people were encouraged to just roughly draw on some maps, you know, the areas they thought were, you know, some of the better parts of the town, you know, for whatever reason. It turns out that those areas were the ones that were identified in the public hearing.
okay, yeah, no,
In a really a general way, not really specifically tied to any of the other maps or the values of different natural resources. But more like, you know, when we used to make these lists, you know, I've got like a dozen
Right.
lists of, you know,
no,
that
no
the
found it yet.
Regional Planning Commission would do, or we did at
Right.
the year 2000 event or whatever, where people just, you know, made lists of all the places that they value in town. This was sort
Mhm.
of, you know, a shorthanded version of
That,
that.
that was the one, you just went past it.
Right there?
No, no, wait a minute, that's wildlife habitat.
You sure that's not it?
No, this one, it had numbers, it had the map and it had numbers, but.
This seems, comprehensive to the point where the natural resource chapter, it feels like we should just have the title of the chapter and the link right below it and call it done.
Well, but they have to make their own recommendations, the Conservation Commission has to.
Just saying, this is pretty,
Right,
extensive.
right.
I mean, I don't know how we could expand on this.
I don't know why you can't find it, Steve, because
They're still open.
it has like six numbers on a map.
That's pretty.
Ooh, purple.
There's numbers.
No, their numbers right on the map, like, so on Black Hill,
Here.
there,
Oh, there's numbers on the map.
conservation focus area, yeah, I think these were areas that they identified as of high value for conservation. I mean, they're not conservation lands, but they're,
But you're saying, Dave, that was really made with just local input.
yeah.
That was local input and not what I would call, you know, super or necessarily representative of, you know, it's a survey type response. You know,
Yeah.
people that answered the question get, you know, are the ones that are represented, and we would hope that it was representative of the entire town, but that's a little bit of a stretch, in
Yeah.
my opinion. But there was you know, we had 20 or so people that were at the public hearing. Mike, wouldn't you say you were there?
Yeah, roughly that.
I mean, the
Yeah.
room seemed, you know, populated.
Yeah, no, that's good, that's fine, I just, I thought that was interesting, yeah. So how many recommendations were there actually at the end? A lot of them sound familiar, some of them. 10 or so.
Yeah, 11.
Okay, so, David, is your feeling at your next meeting, maybe you guys will go through those recommendations and decide which ones you want to incorporate into the master plan. If not all of them,
Right. I can't speak for the chair, but
mhm,
I'm, I know that we were considering having this fellow Jeff Littleton from the company that did it come to our next meeting. I mean, that
mhm,
was sort of the plan, and for us to stay on schedule with this, that's
mhm.
what's going to happen. And there will be another public event, I think, at least one. Um, I guess I'm a little fuzzy on
Okay,
what he's coming for, but that's just part of staying on schedule. Uh,
okay,
so he'll be coming. I think that's a legitimate topic for us to discuss. Um,
yeah, because, I mean,
and
that's
I'll
really,
report. I'll be in touch with the Conservation Commission prior to the meeting. I mean, I'll report back, how this meeting tonight went,
okay,
in terms of
okay.
that.
Yeah, because obviously if you guys can finish that up.
Yeah,
It's fine with us if you just want to use the recommendations that
yeah,
they had,
yeah,
but if you guys could clarify that for us, that'll move us
sure.
a lot further ahead.
Yeah.
We'd
Well,
like to wrap
I
this
think
up.
I think we appreciate that. Yes, we
Yeah,
yeah. Eh, checking things off is good. I agree.
yeah, okay,
We'll try that.
okay,
All
all right,
right, are we good?
I think we're good.
Let's go to Christmas and New Year's. That'll be good fun.
You sound terrible,
Oh, sick of it. It'll be better. Tomorrow will be better.
yeah. All right, well,
Okay, so
anything,
you'll go to your car. I'll dump around here when you guys get out before I breathe on anybody.
okay,
And you'll go to your car and
Okay.
come back with those plans, just set them on the corner there.
okay,
All right,
try to keep.
yes, keep away. Keep away.
Not that I'm racing out of here, but I've already been sick.
Right, no, I say go, go, go,
I
go.
don't need to have a relapse.
No,
So motion to adjourn?
yeah, you did,
Yeah, hopefully you'll all stay healthy and.
yeah, oh, yeah, we have,
So motion to adjourn.
motion to adjourn,
All right, we're ending the meeting.
okay.
Those in favor? Aye. Good night.